Today's community panel is sponsored by Carolina Trust Federal Credit Union.
Oh, there's something so real about living local, about the people and the places where we live. Just look at all the reasons why we call this home. And I'm loving living local. I'm living local 'cause it's where I love to be.
Good morning. Thanks so much for watching Living Local. It is our Financial Friday with Carolina Trust for the community panel today. August, who we got today?
Yeah, so we have Michael King back with us, who is the CEO and founder of King One Properties International and is also the co-chair of the fundraising for the Horry County Domestic Violence Shelter.
Oh, wow.
And then we have Susan Brandstrom, who is the recipient director of Caring in Our Lifetime.
Well, awesome. So happy to have you both. And if they look familiar to you, they have both been on our Living Local show before.
Yeah.
So we're happy to have you both back. So October is Halloween month. There's so many things going on in
There
October,
are.
but Halloween's my favorite, so I'm going to start with that. What's everybody's plans for Halloween?
Well, I have grandchildren, and I know my one granddaughter is going to be Rapunzel.
Ooh,
I don't know about the two older ones. They're 10 and 12 now, so it kind of makes me sad that
Yeah.
maybe they're not going to do Halloween.
You know, that's so, you never know the age. Like, it's like, when
No.
does that age stop? I mean, I
Exactly.
feel like I did it a long time
Yeah.
until
Yeah,
I
me
was
too,
going
me
on
too.
doors and they were like, aren't you too old to be trick-or-treating?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well,
I didn't think so.
Yeah,
but
and
I
I had a
love
younger
for candy.
sister.
Yeah.
I had a younger sister, so I would always get to go a lot longer because I, would walk her up to the door
Yeah.
and kind of sneak in there and be like, oh, here's my treat bag too. Yeah, so that was nice.
That's so funny. I have, little ones, and so I'm excited. My 2-year-old, who's almost 3, was kind of too young to know what was going on last year. So this is the first year that she's actually able to go and say trick or treat and
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm pretty excited. We still don't have a costume, but
I
I'm
was about to say,
excited
are
to
y'all
go
all
with her.
dressing up together? Or?
I try to always do some sort of like combined family costume. I just
Yeah.
feel like those are more fun.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're
I
also
agree.
hard.
Fun.
They
That's
are.
fun.
They are hard.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when
Right.
you're looking, you've got to have the certain amount of boys and a certain amount of girls.
Yeah,
to
the
match,
right
like,
sizes
the
for
different
each.
themes.
Right.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
We were the Incredibles last year, and that one was pretty fun.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cute.
fun.
So
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah.
we're gonna do this year, but
Yeah.
we'll
What
see.
about you, Mike? What are your kids going to be?
We're going to be 101 Dalmatians.
Oh,
yeah,
cute.
With,
I
uh,
love
with the
that.
4 children I have, 2 boys and 2 girls. They're going
Yeah.
to be little Dalmatian puppies. Victoria's going to be Corella DeVille.
Oh
And
my
I don't know if I'm either
gosh.
going to be the dog catcher or her husband, Corella DeVille's husband, with the same wig and everything.
Yeah.
That's
funny.
hilarious.
It's going to be
That
funny.
is
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I
Funny.
would have never
That's
thought of
great.
that.
And with the new movie, I feel like that's so popular. I've been into like the Spirit Halloween stores, and with that new Cruella movie, I've seen some of those. So
More,
that's
yeah.
super exciting. Way to be creative. We're having a Halloween party at my house, and we're going to be Aladdin.
I was just gonna ask. So are you
Yeah.
Jasmine then?
Yeah,
fun.
I'm going to be Jasmine, and then I wanted to find a way to incorporate the dogs, which the same way. I mean, I feel like
They could be the
I'm really on
tiger.
top of it. No, so I've got Theo, who is my Doberman, is going to be the carpet, and I've got this little carpet that goes across his back, and it'll tie around his neck and on his waist. And then Chili, who is my miniature Dachshund, is going to be Aladdin, and then my boyfriend Adam is going to be the genie. So I'm super excited to paint him blue and
yeah.
do the
Much
whole
fun,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
so I'm
is
really
fun.
looking forward to it. It'll be
That is
fun.
fun.
Yeah, and of course there's so many trunk or treats and different
Yeah.
fall festivals going on right now as well. So, you can check actually our website, WBTW.com. We've got a list of some fun things going on in the area. But anything that you guys are going to? I know Thompson Farms has had kind of a fall festival going on all month.
Yeah.
They've done a fabulous job over there.
Yeah.
They really,
have.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for watching Living Local. Stick with us. When we come back, we are going to talk about all sorts of other things going on for October. Lots of awareness days going on. So stick with us right here on Living Local. Welcome back. It's Carolina Trust Financial Friday community panel here on Living Local, which is the last Friday of every month. We were just chatting about Halloween and all the fun stuff going on in October, but it's also a lot of awareness month things going on, right?
Right. Yeah. I think everyone knows, of breast cancer awareness, and you kind of think pink in October, but October is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It's Down Syndrome Awareness Month. It's Bullying Awareness Month. So there are a lot of very important causes that we should be shedding some light and bringing awareness to in the month of October.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Susan, you're a part of Caring in Our Lifetime.
Yes, I am.
So will you tell folks a little bit about what the organization does?
Sure. It actually, the history of it, in 1997, some employees from Time Warner Cable, way back when, they helped a colleague that was diagnosed with breast cancer, and they raised money for her.
Okay.
And it's kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2007, and ironically, I met this woman that they had raised money for the year before, and it was kind of like one of those aha moments, like, this is where I was meant to be.
Yeah.
So they asked me to come on the board, and I've been doing that ever since. All of our money stays in Horry and Georgetown counties. We have a website, caringinourlifetime.com. You can fill out an application, and I look over that, and then from there we communicate and hopefully take care of your bills.
And what does it raise money for exactly with the breast cancer process?
For bills, for
Okay.
your radiation, for your chemotherapy, for your mainly your treatments.
Okay.
We work very closely with the radiation place here, and like I say, all of our money stays local, which is fabulous. I can negotiate bills a lot of times and get them to reduce it. I'm say, look, I'm sending you a check tomorrow, and they will take maybe 10 or 20% off.
Wow.
So that's the part that makes me feel good when
Yeah,
I
that you're
can do
able
that.
to do something.
Yes.
And I guess to give people at home a little bit of a better idea, what about how many people do you guys have, apply, or how many people can you kind of help at one time with the fundraising efforts that you currently have?
Ask me that. Currently, right now, we're helping 3. And it comes in spurts. I don't know why, but breast cancer doesn't pick and choose when it's going to come around. And maybe it's the awareness, but we've been in existence for so long, I hate that more people don't know about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And of course, in the last few years, our fundraising has kind of gone down a little bit, but we're still strong.
Of
So our fun one is the BFF, Breast Friends Forever, which is held at Barefoot every year. We did do that one. That was great.
Love that.
Duplin Winery has always helped us, and this year they are going to help us, but not in the way that we have been able to in the past. Hopefully that'll continue next year.
Yeah.
I mean, out of the blue, we just get checks, and it's fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not made up to me, but
Yeah.
anyway, a lot of, the community is just great, and they continue to do it every year. It's not like, oh, I'll send you a check this year, but not next year. I mean, might not be getting as much as we have, but they're hanging in there.
A lot of support.
And, well, and like you
in
said, breast cancer doesn't discriminate. You know,
No.
it doesn't pick and choose. And so I think, most people have been touched by a form of cancer in some way or another.
Right.
And
Oh,
so,
exactly.
having those people that are continuous donors year after year to support other people in their community that are going through something similar to what they may have been through or someone their family has been through is, super powerful.
Right.
Absolutely.
I wish we were big enough to not be prejudiced against just breast cancer. I wish
Yeah.
we could help everybody.
Yeah.
Sure. Where should folks go if they want to, help out or become a recipient?
Oh
or
yes,
anything
we
like
do
that?
need. We need board members, y'all. We're down to 6, but our caringinourlifetime.com is our website. You can get an application on there. You can look to see fundraisers coming up. Also on Facebook. We're on Facebook. Caring in Our Lifetime.
Thanks so much, Susan.
Yes.
All right, folks, stick with us right here on Living Local. We'll be right back with the Carolina Trust Financial Friday Community Panel. Welcome back. It is the Carolina Trust Financial Friday Community Panel, which we do the last Friday of every month. We've been so excited chatting with Michael and Susan up here. And so we all have our ribbons on today. So most people know the pink one is for breast cancer awareness, but we also have purple on here, which is for domestic violence awareness as well. So, Michael King, I know that you've done a lot of work with the domestic violence shelter that's opening up. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're very excited. Right before COVID hit, we were really gung ho. We were going to have a big country music concert up in North Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
We had already talked to some acts that were going to be coming, and anyhow, COVID kind of threw that in the back seat.
Like everything
everything,
else, right?
yeah, like everything.
It's unbelievable. But during that time, the Benton family, which of course is a staple family in the Myrtle Beach area, as we all know, stepped up to the plate and donated us land for us to put our domestic violence shelter.
Which is wonderful.
It's fabulous,
Yeah.
absolutely
That's so
fabulous.
wonderful,
Yes.
yeah.
And I guess to give people at home a little insight as to how big the domestic violence issue is in our area and, why we need a shelter here.
Yeah, COVID, of course, intensified the domestic violence, as you can all imagine.
Yeah.
Everyone was locked up in their house, and mothers and children just really experienced a terrible time
Yeah.
coming from that type of atmosphere. But it's amazing. People don't realize how much of that goes on.
Yeah.
How much of it is not even reported.
Right.
Just to give you an example, in 2020, the domestic violence cases that the Sheriff's Department went to in Georgetown County was a little over 100 cases in 2020. In Horry County, it's a little over 1,000 cases.
Wow.
And again, that's what was reported.
Right,
That's not
yeah.
what was
Right.
not reported, which a tremendous amount of that happens.
Right, yeah.
Now, granted, we have a tremendous amount of vacationers that come here, and that's why we're so much more than Horry, Georgetown, or than Georgetown County.
Yeah.
But still, one is too many.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we've kind of put it in high gear. We've got the land. We have the architect that's actually working on the plans. We have always notoriously taken up about 70% of the beds in Georgetown County, which there's only 9 beds there.
Wow.
This facility that we're building, hopefully will have 20 to 25, maybe a few more beds.
Great.
So it's going to be a nice big facility, and we'll be able to take care of our own here in Horry County.
So there's not one in Horry County right now.
There's not one in Horry
That's
County.
amazing.
And how I got involved with it was Fred Nesta, which most of us all know. He's the recipient of the Order of the Palmetto, which is the largest or the most well-known or the highest award that a civilian can get in the state of South Carolina. We got, he called me up one day and he said, Michael, he said, I need your help. We don't have a domestic violence shelter for mothers and children. And I said, Fred, we do. We have CASA. He said, Michael, that hasn't been around for 3 years. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I did not know that. And I'm sure a lot of the people that I grew up here with didn't know it. So with that being said, I've talked to a couple of them. They're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know it. So we're getting more and more people involved. And like I say, we've hit the ground running, and we're going to have one hopefully within the next 12 to 18 months.
That would be wonderful.
And that was going to be my next
That's
question.
wonderful.
When do you think it's going to be up and running? So that's exciting.
Very exciting.
For people that are looking to kind of help with this initiative, how can they go about doing that? Donating, items, whatever you guys need.
They can go to the Family Justice Center of Horry and Georgetown County and donate, and be sure to tag the Horry County Domestic Violence Shelter if that's where you want to give, is to Horry County.
Yeah.
And you also can reach me at King One Properties International, and I certainly can help direct the funds or gifts or whatever it is that someone would like to give.
And what about folks that may need this service? Do they go to the same place? Or?
They would call the Family Justice Center.
Okay.
They would call the Family Justice Center and reach out to them, and they have a whole process that's very quick, and it happens quick. They can come get you and make it really easy on someone that's experiencing, that tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, thank you for getting involved and helping to spearhead this, because that's
Absolutely.
definitely needed in our area.
We need it so badly.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm honored to say that Carolina Trust is donated to Caring in Our Lifetime and the Horry County Domestic Violence Shelter, as well as some of the other causes that we have going on this month. Like I said, it's Down Syndrome Awareness, so we've made a donation to the Grand Strand Society for Down Syndrome. And then with it being Bullying Awareness, of course, you guys know we are big sponsors of the I'm a Buddy Not a Bully program that we do in schools. Of course, that's kind of been on the back burner a little bit because of everything going on with COVID. But, we are still a huge partner with Ricky Sapp, who comes out and talks and helps spread awareness. So, we are honored at Carolina Trust to be able to kind of spread awareness about such important issues in our community and make the community aware as to how they can help at home.
And thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yes,
sure.
wonderful.
All right, well, thank you to both of our guests, Susan and Michael, and of course,
you.
always August. Thanks so
Thank
much
you.
for watching today for the Carolina Trust Financial Friday Community Panel on Living Local. See you next time.
Today's community panel is sponsored by Carolina Trust Federal Credit Union.